Alert! Everybody!
NDI.
It's now ready. The firmware is ready. We're going to get you guys licenses for your PTZOptics cameras.
Yeah, so excited that the day is finally here. Can we all just take a deep breath and multiple high fives
Yes,
today.
multiple high fives. For those of you watching on YouTube, we have a little special something that we're dedicating to our lead engineer, Matt Davis, who's been working so hard on getting the cameras NDI enabled. Not only did he get the cameras enabled for the SDI camera models, the USB camera models, but, and let me grab them. Forgot about these. Don't forget about these bad boys that everyone has been so happy about. He also got them NDI ZCams. So these have these are all PoE products except for the USB models with NDI. So we're just so excited for this. NDI ZCams coming out. NDI 20X ZCams coming out. All of these now available for you guys. So we set up a little something special. I'm excited for this. It's called Super Chat on YouTube. So if you're watching on Facebook to do this, you have to go to YouTube. To show a little love to our engineer, Matt Davis, if you give us a Super Chat of any value, this light will turn on. This light right here. So it looks like this. La-da! And that will trigger a confetti cannon that we will have confetti fly into the air, okay? It will fly into the air like this, and we'll show it back in slow motion. So anyone who's interested in joining us for this, it's just a celebration. I'll talk a little bit about the NDI and the firmware upgrades and what it all entails. In fact, I'll bring it up now on my phone so I have it handy. But it's really just a celebration. I don't know if there's a Facebook chat integrated with our vMix social or YouTube, but we'll show comments. Tess will read them out, I guess, for me. But we're just so excited.
Hassan says congratulations.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, we got one!
Already?
Yes! Super chat from New Orange Super Chat. Okay. All right, here we go. Now, can we zoom in on Tess, Michael? And have Tess do it this time.
Hold on, I have to share this to the user group.
Oh my gosh, I think I might have broke it. I hope this still works. This one, I think I might have broke, so if it doesn't work, then Tess will do it. We already got one. That's a super chat from New Orange. Thank you so much. Check out our Stream Geeks episode that shows how...
YouTube?
Are we live, Michael, on YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay.
Geeks Life just gave us
$20.
Oh my gosh, Geeks Life gave us $20. All right.
We're on Stream
Michael,
Geeks,
let's do the the slow motion.
Why can't I find our live
Tess and I will both. All right. So one of these is for Geeks Life, and one of these is for someone else. Geeks Life, you got to check this out. This just turned on because of you, and I'll turn it off so we know every time it turns on.
I'm losing my mind.
Go to events. And it's right there.
Yay!
Okay, so are you ready, Michael?
You rock.
Okay, here we go.
All right, you ready, Tess?
All right, Tess, you gotta look at this camera.
This camera right here. All right,
Recording.
go.
I'm scared.
Ah! All right, let's play it back slow-mo.
I got a feeling this is going to be really embarrassing.
That one was for
David.
For David and Loria from Geeks Life.
Oh, it's a good day.
It's a good day.
We should do slow motion popping champagne.
Slow motion popping champagne. Yeah, that would be really fun.
Oh my gosh, I just know it.
You got to do it again. You had it on the wrong camera, right? You had it on the wrong camera.
That's
right.
not
Here, we'll do one more.
Pop confetti all
All right.
day.
So,
We
do you have it on the right camera?
All right, so we're on this is the camera.
Okay, I get
Table cam,
confetti
go down.
popping anxiety.
Do you have this set up properly? Oh, you don't even have it in.
Yes, because.
So forgive me if I make
add it.
grotesque faces.
Add input.
My mouse is just freaking out. Okay.
All right.
Hey,
Instant
Christopher.
replay.
Who else is in the chat? Hey,
It's
Chris,
not West
Francois,
NDI, it's table
bonjour. What's that?
There we go.
NDI.
All right, hit record.
Okay.
All right, Tess, you ready?
Ready?
Go. Right out. Double click it. Double click that.
All right. You don't even understand how much
Transfer that.
confetti is on the floor
Boop.
right now of
All
our
right, slow it down
office,
right there.
our studio. Like, seriously? There's
Oh, that's perfect.
oh my god.
Yay! Right out. Okay, so we're having a little party just for the heck of it. Thank you so much for the super chats, guys. We're using if this, if that, then this, which is a lot of T's.
Yeah, we did on Stream Geeks a tutorial of how to do that if you want to learn how to do that. But we're here to talk about NDI for a minute.
Yes. So let me pull up my notes for the NDI firmware release. Here we go.
It wouldn't actually let David do $20 increments.
Oh, interesting.
Same with the Jack in the Box.
And the
David.
cool thing, David, which I know you're gonna love,
The
is
worst
that
is Pillsbury dough. Sorry,
with
had to throw that in.
if then this that, you can do different things can happen depending on how much the super chat is. So you can have a real confetti cannon, like for like $50 super chats, and then like a light for $20 or whatever. You can do like different things. So, all right.
Oh, we got another one.
Oh, we got another one.
Oh snap!
Wait, why didn't? Oh, it turned on. Okay, woo! We gotta do another one. Oh, we're never gonna get through this. Thank you so much.
Congrats on NDI.
Oh, by the way, see these blinking Philips Hue lights whenever there's a super chat. It's pretty cool. All right, so we got to bust another one out, Tess. Oh my God, we're gonna be out of these things real quick. All right, Tess, I think you should do it again since it's set up on your camera anyway.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
All
then
right.
you have to do some social media stuff for me.
Set it up
Okay.
for me. I gotta do I'm gonna do a slow motion Instagram for it. This is just our party. You guys know a lot of people were upset with us. A lot of people were taking a long time. Tess
do you
did an
wanna do
apology
rewind?
video where she cried. You shed a
not
tear. You shed a
cry.
tear.
I did not cry.
No, all right, she didn't
My
cry.
eyes might have been welling.
Her eyes are welling a little bit.
So
Okay.
pick one you want. Do you
All right.
want boomerang? Do you want rewind? Because I don't see slow motion. on it.
One.
All right,
Rewind.
Rewind.
Okay.
right. Ready,
All right,
Tess?
all right,
Go
all right.
ahead.
Hold on. Ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Woo! Yay! One left. Myself a nice little.
Oh, it actually turned out really good.
That turned out really good.
Yeah.
2, 3.
All right, slow motion.
Paul gets the best there. You did slow motion the whole thing. That is so funny.
That's so hilarious. I love the slow motion. Okay.
Funny.
So, thank you so much to the latest, and we really appreciate it. I got to turn this off every time. This off so that we know when it goes off. We know we've got our in studio connectivity for our super chats, which I love. Okay, so here's what the new firmware has in store for everyone. The most important thing, and this is for, by the way, we mentioned this, the ZCams and the PTZ cams, they will now be NDI ready, meaning all of the NDI settings, high, medium, and low, 720p at 120 frames per second for super slow-mo, which vMix doesn't even support 120 frames per second yet. 60 frames per second is actually pretty good. It works fine, but that's coming soon. 120 frames per second is like crazy slow-mo. The device will be NDI ready, so you will be able to apply an NDI license key, which is now shipping. We're delivering them now to everyone who has them pre-ordered. So get your pre-orders in. They're being delivered today and tomorrow. They're ready. Now, the device ID will now have a friendly name in NDI workflows. So that means when you open up your camera in Wirecast, in vMix, in Livestream, anything that supports NDI, you can set up a name for each camera so that they automatically says the camera that it is, a friendly name. This is one that a lot of people were asking for. Presets 1 through 9 will now include focus. And we're also working to add more to that, which also includes things like so focus. We also want to include things like white balance, color, all of those different things, presets. But currently it does include focus. So you snap to a preset and you want to have it blurred out a little bit, or you want a certain thing to be in focus. Presets 1 through 9 will now include, I was looking for the super chat. No, I'm not saying that you guys should, just It's so much fun. All this confetti's around. 720p frames per
clean that
at
up.
120 frames per second. We have an intern to clean that up. He's late though.
Oh, okay. Wow.
The video plugin, the IP video plugin in the GUI interface, it now works with Internet Explorer. A lot of people know that it doesn't work with Chrome yet. They're working on that. The web, this is a big one. This is one that I'm really happy about. The web GUI, right? The IP interface for the camera. When you make changes to the settings, it will also change the settings on the on-screen display menu, which was, is also accessible via the IP interface. So that was a big deal for a lot of people who had cameras that were hundreds of feet away, can't use an IR remote to access all of those OSD menu settings. Not only can you access them over IP and get into those detailed settings, you can also it will reflect all of those settings in the IP interface. Next, this is an interesting one that we asked to have added, and we got it in there. We want to have an IR shortcut to enable DHCP. So by default, the cameras do not have DHCP turned on. They have a static IP address. And usually we suggest that every camera gets a static IP address. But sometimes you just wanted to grab an IP address using DHCP, and in order to get it, you'd have to log into the camera and turn DHCP on. So it was a little bit of a workaround, especially for Mac users that didn't want to have to set an IP address. So now you can just take the remote control, hit #*4, and it will set the camera to DHCP, it'll reboot, and it will just grab an IP address on your network from your DHCP server. So for the Mac users, that's a big win. Jason Jenkins, you'll be happy with that one. I'm really glad we did that.
The $50 super chat.
Jason Jenkins? Did a $50 super chat?
That was him.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Jason. Well, I'm just guessing you're happy for that one then, because that one was a good one. Wow. Oh my gosh, we're like making money here. That wasn't our intention.
Kyle said, "Thank you guys for making these menu settings configurable over the web interface."
Yes.
Chris says, "What about accessing remote cameras from other networks?"
What does he mean by that? Accessing remote cameras? Oh, other networks. Well, here's some interesting things I've been hearing along the grapevine about accessing cameras remotely. With NDI in particular, it's going to become a lot easier. I don't know how much I'm allowed to talk about. Yeah.
You're like,
I'm not sure how much I'm allowed to talk about and what I am allowed to talk about, but the NDI cameras, NewTek's working on a lot of cloud-based stuff, a lot of connectivity stuff, and very low latency IP switching. You know, the NDI cloud has been out for a little while. A lot of it's been in beta for a long time. I believe at NAB, which is just, 6 weeks away, a lot of the NDI cameras in the NDI workflow are going to be accessible over the cloud to be able to remotely control them and bring video, audio, and tally in. So I'm not going to talk a whole lot about it. It has to do with subnets. It has to do with having both sites on the exact same carrier, so whether it's Verizon or Comcast, to reduce latency. But video, audio, and control possibly over the wide area network. So not the local area network, the wide area network. That's the big next step. If you want to grab control of cameras remotely today from far end, we're working on something now with the DVE store and Mimo Live, and we are actually going to be setting it up very soon. I have a Mac Mini for this, Jason. Is you can actually control the cameras using Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube using hashtags. So I'm thinking of having like a 24/7 live stream from our office where there's certain items in the office or in the studio space that not only users can like basically tweet or hashtag in YouTube or Facebook to have the camera go to specific areas, but also potentially have super chat somehow turning devices and things on during the live broadcast, if you could imagine. And Jason, I know you did some big YouTubers. I think it was Benji and his wife. You did a big fundraiser for them. And that's what I'm thinking about for these fundraisers is confetti cannons. And when people do a $50 donation to a charity or something, something happens, something lights up. So it's really exciting stuff. But getting back to the changelog, we removed D hot pixel from noise reduction OSD menu. We added an auto scan shoot instead in the setup in the OSD menu. And then finally, there's a couple of last things. And Jason, if you're still here, I know you were waiting for the Mac version of the IP address settings tool. That did not make it. That did not make it. But what did make it was the automatic DHCP via the #4 button. And also the new IP address settings tool, which is only for Windows. It now has a preview screen. And it now includes PTZ controls. So it's a mini little PTZ controller. You can view all the cameras on your network and control all the cameras. That's everything, but that doesn't even scratch the surface of what NDI functionality comes into play. I'm surprised they didn't put multicast on here. It will now be multicast enabled. You do need to have multicast enabled on your network, meaning you need to turn on IGMP spoofing on your network, and it needs to be multicast enabled. But devices that are using, like for example, here's my...
You had to like sweep all the confetti.
There's a lot of confetti, and we're getting a lot of super chats, so thank you everyone for that. Like if I have my little Windows tablet here running my Telestrator, I noticed that once we enabled multicast on our network and got IGMP spoofing all set up, the video feeds into the Telestrator were a lot smoother. Everything was working a lot better. So I won't set this up right now. But
actually, the black shirt is messing that awesome logo up.
Yeah, it is kind of. I apologize. There's just so much confetti everywhere. Thank you so much for the $50, Jason. Now I really owe you. We're working together to do some interesting things. Hopefully we'll bring some more case studies together soon.
For those of you just hopping on, we're going over the NDI firmware upgrade to PTZOptics Gen 2 cameras. Tom specifically said, what did I miss?
Well, can you show them the slow motion of Tess doing the confetti one more time? I'll show you what you missed, Tom.
We're playing around with super chat triggers today as well.
Yes. Well, and I really feel like it's going to be a big deal for the industry, the super chat triggers, for sure.
We thank you guys for your patience as well. It's been a trying time, but we're finally over that hump, and we're happy to finally be able to deliver.
Here we go. Slow motion. This is what you missed, Tom. This is for the DVE store. This is for
oh my gosh.
Geeks Life and everyone else who did a super chat today. It's really fun. We've integrated it, if then this that, into our workflow. Woo! Yay! And that's 1080p, 60 frames per second, instant replay in vMix. So we've been learning a lot and doing so much new stuff.
Snooping?
Instant replay is brand new for us. IGMP snooping. Super chats integrated with if then this that, brand new. Just learned that like yesterday. And then the whole NDI workflow and industry professionalism that's going to be like integrating with all these different things, brand new. Finally starting something that this is, especially Tess, it's so interesting because you're brand new to the industry. This is your first full year. Now you're going into your second year. And this is like when it's finally getting interesting. Like the NDI is now out. NAB 2018, all those things that everyone's been promising for so long. They've been promising this, they've been promising that. Us included, we're delivering. We're delivering the NDI cameras. I'm hoping, and also, I should mention, the NDI camera models, okay, are going to be shipping March 16th. That is the 12X and 20X NDI camera models available in gray and white. Now, something that hasn't been released yet, I think it's okay for me to release this, is that there will be a ZCam NDI model and a 20X ZCam model. So there will be new part numbers that will essentially say ZCam-NDI-VL and ZCam-NDI-20X. Do you think I'll get in trouble if I say what the price is going to be?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. But I mean, in my emails that Matt overviewed, it said NDI ZCams.
For the ZCams, yeah. Well,
that's a thing.
So if you have a ZCam, you can definitely upgrade the firmware, but there will also be ZCam
that's what
NDI models.
Understood.
And I know what the price is going to be. I won't say it because I don't want to get in trouble.
$1 million.
1 million Canadian dollars.
Couple
What I will
other
say,
things.
here's one thing I think I'm allowed to say is that the ZCam VL and the 20X will be the same price. Just as the 12X and 20X NDI cameras are the same price. Because we want you to make the right decision for your space when you're picking NDI cameras and not try to save $100 versus a 12X or a 20X. You know, same thing with the wide angle versus the 20X. Choose the right camera. Don't worry about price. And that was, I think, something that we're going for. All the NDI cameras
Preference, not price.
will be similar.
Couple
And there's going to be
things that we have
one
to
more new
say.
camera coming out too. But that's all. That's all I can say.
Gosh.
Yeah, before
It
NAB,
never
there's going to be
stops.
at least a couple more new camera models coming out too. Everything you guys have been asking
We'll
for,
see,
we're
Chad. We'll
trying to
see.
deliver. We're trying to deliver all the things you guys have been asking for. There's a lot of new stuff. NewTek has
Asking
been
ye shall
working.
receive.
I know that I was frustrated with NewTek taking so long with the contract, but they threw in a whole bunch of new things that we're going to be bringing to the table. I can't say everything, but there's going to be some very exciting new things from NewTek NDI perspective coming out soon. That's affordable NDI camera stuff.
I just want to cover a couple of housekeeping things with
Okay.
the upgrades.
Yes.
If you did already pre-order an upgrade, you already received this email from Paul.
Mm-hmm.
From Paul.
From you,
I said
yes.
From Paul. Okay, so you are going to, if you have already purchased an upgrade, receive a coupon code, which you are then going to be, with the coupon code, you're going to get a link to go to. When you go to that link, that's where you are going to insert the code and be able to access your NDI license key. Now that's step 2, essentially, after having already upgraded your Gen 2 PTZOptics cameras firmware. That link is also in the email that I sent you earlier, but you can also find that on PTZOptics website. I kind of said that backwards. So you start on PTZOptics website by upgrading your camera firmware. And if you have already pre-ordered that the upgrade, the NDI HX upgrade, I don't know why that needs to be in quotes, NDI HX upgrade trademark, rights reserved, you will receive that coupon code in your email with the link to get the upgrade. Jeez, that was a little bit of a tongue twister. And if you haven't pre-ordered yet, you can do so for the 50% off deal until March 16th.
Yes,
So
good
you can
point.
do that by going to your normal PTZOptics sales channel, whoever you prefer, or feel free to email sales@ptzoptics.com, and we'll hook you up with it.
Yes. So whoever you're used to purchasing from, whoever you purchase your camera from, purchase the NDI
Hey,
license
Jeff.
from them. And the DVE store is a great place. They just gave us a $50 super chat, so I have to give them a plug. But I know that the DVE store is stocking the NDI licenses, and they're 50% off
Should be able
right
to get it
now.
from Tom.
Wink, wink. You might want to buy them before March 16th. After
Multiple.
March 16th, they're going to be $600 each. So if you're a reseller,
If you're a current customer,
someone
now's
who's
the time to
interested in
do
that,
that for sure.
you might want to take advantage of that.
Even if you want to buy your cameras now, the non-NDI pre-integrated cameras,
You'll save money there.
You will save money there if you buy your new
Yeah.
cameras now and also buy the upgrade, because it is 50% off till March 16th when they will be actually shipping.
Yep, and you can just go ahead and order those with the SKU that is on your price list and on our website. And I'll just say that it's a good deal. Unfortunately, the price is going up. I don't have anything to do with the pricing, but that's the way it's set up. And
we made sure that it was competitive and
yes.
affordable for you guys.
So the NDI camera models will be $21.99 for the 12X and the 20. The ZCams are going to be a very good price. Let's just say under $1,000. And for either one, and that's all I'll say. But there's going to be more camera models coming soon, and the happy part of it all is that the NDI built-in models, which I know makes everyone's life easier, will be shipping March 16th. But you'll save money by buying a camera model today and doing the firmware update yourself. You'll save about $300.
Doesn't it feel good now to just be able to say, yes,
It's here.
It's here. We are delivering. No more bad news. No more live tears.
Yes.
No more yelling at Paul and stressing out.
Yep, we were getting in trouble. Everyone was upset, and we know it. We get it, and we're rarely in that situation.
We've
where
never
we're
had.
like,
This is the closest thing to like a PR issue
Nightmare.
we've had.
So this is the first time this
But
has
we're
ever
learning.
happened
It's
to us.
been a great learning experience.
It's a learning experience. I like to say that, but you never want to be in that situation if you can avoid it. But here we are. A lot of hard work from our lead engineer. And
Big
a lot
shout
of you are at, it's so funny
to
too.
Matt Davis and
Big shout out to
NewTek.
Matt Davis and NewTek. Good point. It's so funny because it's like, we released the NDI firmware this morning, and it's so funny to read the comments on Facebook because some people, Jason, I think Jenkins was saying, oh, the heavens opened up and doves flew. And then everyone's like, oh, I wish I had this yesterday or this or that. And then there's that one other person who's like, what is NDI? I just joined the
What's the
user
big
group.
deal?
I have no idea what you're talking about. So and we have to deal with everyone
Don't worry,
on the
you
map.
will get there.
And it's
Tom
like,
says I like yelling at Paul.
yeah, Tom
everybody does.
has been probably one of the biggest resellers of the NDI firmware. Congratulations, Tom, from Eastern Shore Broadcasting, one of our best resellers, and he has been kicking butt, and he has that firmware available as well. And really excited to do the vMix reseller meetup. The Streaming Idiots reseller meetup in NAB in a little bit.
John says, and here I just got used to handling the camera without NDI. John Lind.
So, so I'm going to do, Tess, can you do one super chat? I just want to show, because if Tom's watching, I want to show him this, because Tom, this
All
is
right.
something I think
This is for you, Tom.
and other small businesses should know about. So Tess is going to do a super chat. And when that happens, you'll see, it will, do you need my credit card?
I just need the CVC number.
Here you go. All right, so as soon as the super chat comes in, YouTube actually released a press release saying that they could do a confetti cannon triggered by a super chat, which I was like, really? Let's see that happen. And boop, it turns on as soon as a super chat. And also, our Philips Hue lights start to blink. And then we know that a super chat has been placed and we can launch our confetti cannon. So as long as there's, and I even get a little text even.
You can do it this time.
So we'll do one last, I think you have to because he's already got the camera zoomed in over there. Unless you want me to go over there.
That's no problem.
All right, last one, and then we'll wrap it up. If there's any questions, we'll answer them. This has just been a celebration party kind of thing. I feel like we deserved it.
It's been
fun.
But we were given some helpful tips with going about the process and all that.
And tomorrow's
updates
show
and
probably
what the
won't
firmware
happen.
is gonna have.
Tomorrow's live show probably will not happen because there's a snowstorm coming to Pennsylvania.
Yeah, so with the giveaways, we're just going to extend them and just do them
Until the
whenever
next
we're
show.
able to go in the office. I still don't have power, so looking forward to that snowstorm.
It's been a little crazy.
And for those of you who don't want NDI but are PTZOptics Gen 2 customers, the firmware upgrade is for you too. The firmware upgrade is free.
Yes.
Okay, so that's just our latest
I'm glad you mentioned
PTZOptics
that.
camera firmware. So you're still going to want to upgrade your camera firmware. You could do so on our website.
Yep, and we went over all
right.
the reasons.
Ready?
All right, here we go.
We went over all the new functions with it. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Ooh,
Whoa! So much confetti!
Yay! Oh, I just love it. It's like sparkles. I'm like, bring all the sparkles on.
Wow, this is great. Here we go. Slow motion. Look at your face. You're like, what am I doing wrong? Boom! Oh, look at that one. It went all the way up. Ah! Look at your face.
Tried to be dramatic.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, because you're giving the camera look, too.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
that's
just looking at it
hilarious.
like, done.
There I am, like,
Boom.
yay, I caught some. Wow.
That is
So
funny.
much fun. We felt like we believed. Look, that looks so cool. I love instant replay. I love the
I want to
super
like
chat
take
integration.
a snippet of just that clip.
These are like the foundational blocks to what I believe will be the future of live streaming. Integration beyond just chat. Actually allowing the chat to do things, launch confetti, if you will. There's so
Just
much coming for the live streaming industry.
Continues that to blur the lines between us you and your audience.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And you mentioned, Tess, earlier, what will Facebook do to...
Okay, so Twitch has this super chat type, triggers. YouTube has it. Facebook
has to. Now, I'll say, though, Facebook has always had the comments that stay on the broadcast, and they're saved. YouTube finally caught up with that being a good idea.
They each have their own little thing.
And now they're integrating that. In fact, I haven't
Well, you can't monetize on Facebook at this point, so why would you?
Yeah. Well, Facebook, because Facebook has to roll out a whole monetization platform in order to support this type of thing.
So that makes sense why they wouldn't have that integration yet.
So, if there's any questions with NDI, if you're having any issues, the only thing you need is the serial number. Contact help.ptzoptics.com. Contact our support team. They will walk you through it. There have been some small issues that have come up. Oh, we got to do another one.
All right, switch seats with me so you can have.
All right, I'll switch seats with you.
Itakuri.
Itakuri. NDI. He dropped an NDI bomb. All right, let's switch seats.
NDI eggplant bomb. NDI eggplant bomb.
All right. Oh my gosh. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna launch another one. God, we're gonna be out of the. I have to buy more of these. All right, here we go. We're gonna have to have a stock of these like constantly.
All right, let's go.
Here we go. Ah! All right, let's see what happens. On the instant replay. Celebrating NDI and the release.
You look like William.
Oh, God, I do actually look like my son. What fun. What
just
fun.
That pure, like,
Just to explain a little bit of what we're doing, by the way, just really quickly for if anyone who hasn't caught this, is that basically YouTube did a press release saying that they've integrated with if this, then that, allowing creators to launch confetti cannons and actually they said like release pet food. So like technically if you had like a live stream of a pet or a cat, you could technically pay $2 to release food. But I feel like that is like not fair because what if like so much food gets released? Like doesn't sound good. But what we could do is we could have a pet food releaser, like a smartphone one, and like have, I don't know, balloons pop out or something. It's interesting as a thought. But anyway, YouTube had this public release of a press release saying that they've integrated, they're fixing the comments and making them stay. They're adding sponsorships only for gaming channels, which allow for custom emojis and badges for people to sponsor your YouTube channel. They're really ahead of the game when it comes to monetizing a channel and the live streaming capabilities. But the final thing was the integration with if then this that, allowing people to have a confetti cannon launch into the sky when somebody gives you a certain level of super chat. And for example, like we could have had like this thing only turn on when it's a $50 super chat or more, or a $100 super chat or more, and have something else happen. Like I think that would be fun, Tess. Like this will light up when any super chat, but then we have like a pet food releaser that releases like something not pet food, something else.
Candy.
It was like, here's candy. And then the candy releases when there's like a $100 super chat. Just throwing it out there, just an idea. But I have to buy a smart pet food releaser.
What would happen if it was that?
Yep, we have to look into smart devices because pretty much any device can be triggered. So I'm really interested in that. In fact, there's some stuff. I kind of want to have like a dancing Santa or something, you know?
Yeah, something we'll think of something clever.
So we're thinking of stuff. So that's what's been happening over at the PTZOptics office, along with the NDI release. Hats off to Matt Davis for doing it all. Hats off to our great dealer and reseller network, Tom Sinclair, the DVE store, live streaming pros, everyone out there, B&H Photo, the video guys. The list goes on and on. Madison Technologies. I can't say, everybody, please know that we really appreciate the business that you do with us. All of you have been out there explaining what NDI is, getting your customers up to speed, taking advantage of the 50%
Taking some flack, maybe.
integrations, probably taking some flack. That's the part that we want to acknowledge, that you guys stuck with us. Some of you were at a breaking point and maybe had to buy a different camera, maybe had to maybe spend a little bit more money on a Panasonic.
Hopefully we
or
can reel you
something.
back in as time goes on.
So
we're so happy
apologize.
to be working with NewTek, Michael Cornett, Andrew Cross, and all of them over there, Danetta.
Danetta, everyone over at NewTek, we really appreciate everything that you've done to keep us up to speed. It has been released. We are here. And we're doing this release a little early because Back to Basics probably won't
No
happen.
champagne yet, Tom.
No champagne
He
yet.
thought we might have got into the champagne a little early today.
No, we didn't get into any champagne. We were going to bring some champagne over to Matt Davis. But we'll see about that.
We got plenty of confetti.
We've got enough confetti for like one of those
I'm
parades you guys
confetti
have down
wasted
there.
right now.
What are those Mardi Gras parades that you guys have?
Okay.
Really big Mardi Gras parades down south. We've got enough confetti for half of one of those, I think, or more. All right, everybody. I think that's it. It was a fun show. We just wanted to celebrate and let everyone know that NDI is now available. Here's a question. Has anyone actually received their coupon code / licenses
I know
yet?
Akeem has.
He already got his.
Yes.
Okay, so they are flowing through.
Yes, they're going.
They're coming
He's already
out.
updated his cams.
So everyone's getting them now.
Feel free to share some footage, some selfies.
Take some pictures.
Some fun stuff.
Show us what you're doing. Join the user group.
Tom asks, when are the licenses available?
You should be getting an email with all of your pre-orders today
if you
or
have
tomorrow.
pre-ordered and resellers, make sure you contact us and place your orders in now. Tom, did you get the email earlier?
So Tom, if your orders are placed, which I believe they are, they're now going to be fulfilled. If you've been holding off on placing your orders, go ahead and place them all today and they will now be fulfilled.
Right. So you should be receiving an email back from us or whatever it is.
I hope
Do you
that
know
they
what it is?
fulfill them today because tomorrow
Within
with the
today,
snow day and
tomorrow, I
everything.
mean, Justin is our shipping manager or
purchasing manager.
is working
In
fearlessly.
fact, we should probably give him a call, see how he's doing.
Yep.
But he has all the licenses. He's getting them out there. Here's just 1 second. They are coupon codes. So you will get a prepaid coupon code that will be redeemable at the NewTek store. That's actually how it works. So you'll get a coupon code. It's redeemable at the NewTek store. You fill it out. You get your license key, and you can enable as many PTZOptics cameras as you have coupon codes. So that's the way it works. So you can do that for your customer. You can pre-order some of these, before they're 50% off, before the price goes up.
March
I
16th.
just got an email, but where do we place the order at?
So if you're a reseller, you want to contact partners at PTZOptics.com. If you're an end user, you want to contact your reseller. So if that's DVE Store, if that's B&H Photo, if that's Tom Sinclair from Eastern Shore Broadcasting, David Foster from Live Streaming Pros, you get it. Whoever you bought the camera from is who you buy the license key from.
Tom will
They
call.
go ahead and call up our partner team, and they'll get you those orders, and they should be fulfilling them today.
Kyle says, is the serial number for the cameras on the box as well as the camera itself?
Yes, I believe so. Yes, the serial number is on the box. That's a good point. I'm glad you mentioned that because, so one of the things that we've built into the new firmware is the ability to actually ping the cameras for their serial numbers. That's something on the back end. We didn't mention it during the firmware update, but all the new cameras coming, you'll be able to get the serial number from the IP address if you've ceiling mounted it and you can't get it.
We get this question a lot.
But Kyle's right. It's still on the box.
There's something to think
they
about
have
if you're
the
looking
box
for that
still.
and you're ceiling mounted. It's not accessible. So Kenny says, do you still need the MAC address to purchase a license now?
I don't think so. I really don't think so. That was something that was
Mr. Pete is
we
a
thought
dealer
it
and
was
has
going to be
customers
needed.
been
I don't
waiting.
think. I
Well,
really
it's
don't
here.
think you need that.
Finally.
I think you just need the serial number because the PTZOptics NDI Firmware Finder, which has been emailed to everyone, we'll have to make that publicly available somewhere. The NDI Firmware Finder, it takes your serial number and that delivers you to the exact firmware that you need. So to avoid confusion, because if you upload the wrong firmware, we could be dealing with a broken camera. So that's the way they decided to do it. You get the serial number, they give you the exact firmware that's necessary, and that alleviates a lot of the issues. All right. such a fun day. So excited that this has all gone through. Who gave us the last super chat? I forget. Or was that us?
That was
It.
Itakori?
Yeah.
Itakori, thank you so much. Thank you, DVE Store. Thank you, Geeks Life. So funny that everyone did that for us. I really appreciate it.
Someone makes my heart
It was
happy.
really just to show the integration
So where
of
do
what can
I-
be done,
okay.
because I think it's going to get the wheels spinning, I think.
Sister Pete, contact partners at PTZOptics.com
Yes.
to place your orders.
Yep.
There you go.
Lot
Or
of great
if you already
resellers.
have placed orders, then you will be contacted
Yes.
within the next
If
day
you
or
place
so.
an order, you're already going to be the first person on our list to contact.
Yeah, I think they're working through pre-orders.
I thought everyone was going to get their emails with all of these before we did this announcement, because they should all be getting out.
Right.
We didn't want to make a big announcement and then everyone that pre-ordered not have their licenses already. So you should have it being emailed to you shortly, and that's important.
All right. Thank you guys for hanging with us today.
Thanks,
and
everybody.
always. We'll see
Take
you
care.
next time.
That's the show. We're going to end our broadcast on YouTube and Facebook. Send us an email if you need us. It's really a fun day.
Happy NDI.
Happy NDI.
This would be the birthday of NDI for us.
Woohoo.
NDI trademark.
Trademark.